what? Can we collect? Anger. Somebody saying stress and attitude. Attitude. What? Poverty. Negativity. Being arrogant. Now, whatever you say, it is true. And it all arrives what I was going to tell you. One of the things that makes people grow old and become weak is the mind. All whatever you say begins from where? The mind. The moment you lose hope, the moment, you don't see yourself getting anywhere, you start, the body cannot even comprehend what the mind is thinking. It has to detach. So, one of the reasons I know, he's very, very optimistic. He doesn't give up. How old are you?
57 years.
Wow. 57 years old. If I call you here, you can't even dance the way he's dancing. Aparece? Muita como você? Dijalwa. Where is he? Okay. We shall meet at the end. I promise you, we will move for us. So, everything begins and ends in where? In the mind. Your mind is so powerful to the extent that it drives you. Even God mentioned it in the Bible, and He said that you are what you are because of what you think. You're not different from what you think. I've seen beautiful people, the one they call them beautiful, nice looking, and when you speak and have a cup of tea with them, the mind is like poison, they think like babies. And it gives you no option than running away. You become disappointed. I think I had to you before. Yes. The mind. And there are also many people, the world called ugly, but with a very beautiful mind. And let me tell you, for men, we fall in love with beauty. We fall in love with what? Beauty. That is the striking thing that we see and after we're like, yeah, I have to go in. But what sustains us there is the beautiful mind. And some beautiful ladies have always been disappointed. They say, I don't know what's wrong with me. Look at my legs. Look at my how can you leave the whole of this? Excuse me. This doesn't matter without blame. Wow. It doesn't matter without what? Brains. And that's why these trainings, they bring out the other beauty that people never see until they interface with you. Yeah. Let me tell you, I've met people, I've talked to people, but people, hey, you be there and they're like, hey, I just want to meet you. For what? I just want to hear you speak to me. Will you pay for it? I will. To just hear you speak to me. Let me tell you, and it also happens to me. There's some people are always want to meet and have a cup of tea and meet her because these people they challenge me. And I pray you become that person that challenges everyone. That person that is always wanted by everyone to speak to them. I would hear. And this is very much possible. It's just a matter of thinking of what to say. Our mind has a lot of things, can be concurrently at the same time a lot of million things. But it's your duty to choose what to act out. It's you, nobody forces you to say anything. Actually, from what you speak, we know who you are. Hello? Even when I'm going to share with you, it's a mind game. Building your online business. Remember, this is the business you build with people, first of all, who don't know you. The biggest percentage, 98% of these people you're going to interface online are totally strangers. Yes or yes? Yes. They're totally strangers. How you start with them will determine whether they will work with you or whether they will run away from you. It's about the mindset game. I've met people online, you give in one text, and they keep on following, they keep on saying hi. Instead of you following them, they keep on following you. And that's one of the things we are going to discuss today. Now, before I even start, how many of us here were invited into this business through online? We are contacted by someone you did know online. Let me see you. Wow, can you stand up, please? Just feel free, stand up. I want you to look at these people. I know some of you are still seated. Stand up. If you know you are contacted online by someone you didn't know, stand up. Exactly. Look at this. You more than people who are invited here by people who they knew. Now, remain standing. If you know you're here, you're invited by someone, a stranger, and you met and they invited you, also stand up. You are strangers, then you met through the conversation or what, then they ended up playing with you. Now, look at these numbers. If you look at this is over 80%. Look around, over 80%. Thank you very much, you can have this. That shows you that when they met you, when they talk to you online, there is something that they say that kept on saying, triggering you, tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me more. And that's why you ended up coming here voluntarily when you're not forced. One of our top sellers here in our business, Farida, she says online. She says what? Online. So what do you think she says? What are some of the words you are told that brought you in here? And that's what we are going to discuss to see how can we have a beautiful Macongoman's big business online. Remember, the biggest business you will ever have is from strangers. Hello? Yeah. I know all of us, if you look through your relatives, you shake your head, you say, there's no one who is going to join the media. And you're like, let me do it elsewhere. But let me tell you, a stranger is the best friend you've not met. That's a really definition of a stranger. And a best friend you've not met. But once you meet them, then they seem becoming what? Strangers, then they end up becoming your friends, your customers, your business partners. And also you need to remember that today, once you build your business online, you become global. Yeah. You become global. You stop focusing on what is happening here. The world has become so big. The world is so big, and yet it has become so near. We become so near to each other to the extent that in a second, in a microsecond, you can send a message, it reaches the other side, and they respond within a second. Has it ever happened to you? Yes. You're chatting with someone, somebody is in Europe, or is in Asia, or is in the US, or is in Latin America. You're saying, hi, how are you? I'm fine. You find in a space of, let me say, 1 second, let me say 10:57. Between 10:57 to 10:58, there are around 6 chats already. And yet, you're very distant. That's the power of online and social media. Here the market is unlimited. And what? Then why do you need to go online? To tap into a global audience. This will help you tap into a global audience. Forget about this audience. The biggest audience is outside there. And the moment you master this, you become global. You will start making money, and people will be like, so we see you never leave the house, but you're always making the money. How do you do it? Because you do your thing online and you tap into the global market. Then also you build 24/7 visibility. Remember, what time is it here? Right now it's in 9. Okay? You know, it's 9 now. If you go to California, it might be maybe 10 or 11 or 9 p.m. of yesterday. And now you go to China, it is at night. So with online business, it never sleeps. It never what? Sleeps. It never sleeps. So you have your business running 24/7 even without you. Then you automate your lead generation. Here people will come in automatically even when you're sleeping. That's the importance of having a global business, building it online. Then you will stay competitive in the digital age. Now, this reminds me of a statement one rich guy said, I think 5 years ago. And this is what he said. He said that for people who are not online will be forgotten forever. Nobody will ever know that they existed. Hello? How many of us started with people and you knew their full names and you checked all the online social media handles and you can't trace them? Have you tried it? And in the same formula, you think of your old friend, then you go and search online, all of a sudden you're going to do that. Has it happened to you?
Yes.
Exactly. So if you're not online, you will be forgotten forever. The world will never remember you. So the new thing now is going what? Online. Going online. And that's why people are doing whatever it takes to have that online lessons. Some people, they call it stunts. Do you know stunts? Somebody, they are going to call it akabati. Omutasobola kukola akabati. They want to just to go on social media so that they talk about this card. Now, that makes them a animal. Always they will be there. Because what you do, the online will never forget you. Whether good or bad. So, it is very, very important to make sure that you become visible online. And this will keep you very competitive in this digital age and digital era. Ask your neighbor, does Google know you? Ask your neighbor, does Google know you? Ask your neighbor. And that's what I tell people. Are you online? And they said yes. I tell them, let us go put in your name. What does it bring? If you go to the search engine and your name doesn't come out, I'm here to tell you, you still have a long way to go. Make sure you do whatever it takes so that Google knows you. Me, when you put Saturday, everything Google will say, we know this guy. Hello? So, this will make you to stay competitive in this area. Then, the foundation, the personal brand. You need to make your personal brand. Your personal brand. You can call yourself anything as long as it can attract people and also makes you visible. And with this, it's something that you need to plan so that when you come, you stay. You have to make sure you have people join. You remember people join what? People, not brands, not products, not anything. People join people. So you need to work on your online presence, your own personal brand, so that people can be attracted to you. I won't get it. And when it comes to here, we ask for Cataway the solution. We have good products that you can use to build your brand and ride on. Look at Farida. How does she call herself? Timothy ambassador. And when we say Timothy ambassador, do you think the company or the CEO appointed her as a Timothy ambassador? No! We don't have that position in the company. We don't have ambassadors. We don't have what? Ambassadors. But she called herself Timothy what? Ambassador. Can I see them here? Why don't you call yourself Andoti ambassador? Oh, you call yourself Andoti president? Hello? Oh, they keep quiet. And the moment you say that, people will start following you and finding out who is this person and what is even Andoti. Is that hard? No. It begins here. Just remember, it's all about people. What you can do to attract people to you. And with this, it's a better good strategy for you. Then you need to be authentic, consistent, and valuable when you're building your personal brand. You need to be authentic, consistent, and valuable in the information you give out. Then you need to share your what? Your story and expertise. People want to make sure that they can align with you. So who are you? What is that you have in common with me? My story is always, I'm Saturday. I come from a poor background. When I say I come from a poor background, people will say, oh, you're just like me. I mean, of us here come from a poor background. Yes. Now, when you meet a person and they are saying, I come from a poor background, I struggled going to school, now that makes them feel like at home because you have something in home. But when I come, I say, hey, I was born in America. All my ancestors. I'm the 7th generation. And you know, I'm just here visitor. And you will look at me, huh? I mean, America and Africa, we don't connect. You understand? But you need to make sure that you share a story or experience that connects you with people. I would wear that connects you with people. And there are a lot. Africa, all of us here, we have a lot that connects us. And I used to say, I used to stay in a self-confused room. A self-confused room. A self-confused room, not a self-contained room. And what is a self-confused room? A room which is a bedroom, a sitting room, a dining a kitchen, everything in one room. That's a self-confused room. That's where I would stay. And most of you will identify with me. Oh, you're just like me. I know some of you now, you're staying in self-contained room. But before, if you're not born from rich families, before everyone, even if you are in the university, you are what you say, in a self-confused room. That makes you identify. Then if you are an expert, I'm medical doctor. Oh, you're a professional. Then identify with some other. So, you need to share the story. This is where many people usually get it wrong. When sharing their story, the majority want to hide to themselves. Tell your neighbor that people with small brains, and you said people with small brains, they hide to themselves, thinking that they will be liked more. Let me tell you, from my experience, that regrets you. You know why? I can lie you now, but soon or later you will find out who I am.
Yeah.
You can never lie
Forever.
You can never. So in whatever story you say, ladies and gentlemen, tell the truth.
Yeah.
Tell the what? The truth. When you come up, like Juanita, she said she used to be a what? Kadama. Imagine how people underlook those people. The Kadama. But she's not afraid of it. In fact, when she says it, it motivates many people. People are like, oh my God. Now, I was planning to get an export company. I go abroad. You mean you went there and you didn't make money, but you came here now to make money? I think your money needs to be charged. I'm making up for Hassan. Thank you. I think this is the. So you need to say something that people will not question you in the future. You can try to make yourself good, but let me tell you, somebody knows somebody that knows you better. And you will be there, and there will be a group of people, and somebody will be like, I've got a girlfriend, she's a daughter's minister, and people will be like, let me see. This is Anita. Anita, you know. Anita, did she tell you she's a daughter's minister? Yes! She's crazy to be younger. And somebody will think, but I know Anita. I know her home. I know where she stays. She's my neighbor in Chukoni. And let me tell you, that will be the end of you in that group. Are we together? But when you meet someone and you tell them, hey, I was born from a poor family, I struggled so much to make ends meet, but now God has been so good, I can see where I'm going. And you say that, the group of people, and like, this guy I met, he's struggling, but he's so good, he has a good heart. And when you bring out to the picture, they say, oh, this is such a living. They say he's a struggling guy. This guy is loaded. This guy drives a Land Cruiser, he has traveled around the whole world, his kids are always on holidays. This guy, what do you think people will say? The one who was trying to take them out, and you who is trying to lower yourself, who will add more classes? The one who lowers themselves down. You keep on surprising people. So you need to share your story so by the people trying to meet you. You try to meet them, maybe schedule an appointment. Let me say to CJ, I think there was for anywhere. These people come, they know they are coming to meet you, and they think that they are going even to buy you food. But you surprise them, you eat and you pay the bill. They're like, oh my God, I didn't know that this person would do this. That will be a positive shocker. Yeah. It will be a positive what? Shocker. And that will make you attract people more. So you need to share your story and expertise. The meaning of this, or the major importance of this, is to make sure you stick to the truth. Don't hype yourself, don't lie, don't provoke anything, because people will soon know you better. You can fool some people sometimes, but you cannot fool all people all the time. So that one should always be at the back of your mind. Now, to have where do you have your online presence? Now, there are very, very, very many social media platforms. We have Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, X. Mention them. TikTok. There are many. Where are your people? So, people are everywhere. People are everywhere. Me, I have a challenge. You know, some of us were born in an era that was analog, and we saw internet come. We saw internet what? Come. And we saw phones come. Some of you are born of recent, you think that generations phones have been there. If you can ask Ruth, she will tell you, hey, for us we didn't know we didn't have phones. Internet has just come, and having internet on the phone, for us was a miracle. To have internet, to do everything online. To come using internet, not using the airtime. So you need to make sure you go where all your people are. Now me, I'm learning to use social media. Every time I make sure I become better. I remember when I opened my Facebook account in an internet cafe. Some of you are looking at internet cafe. And when you talk about internet cafe, you don't understand. But that's where I opened my Facebook account from. And a friend is the one who helped me open it. So I opened it, I didn't have a phone. So, to check what is on Facebook, I have to pay 1,000. I will sit on in the internet cafe for 30 minutes to browse what is online. Yes, that's how things were in early 2000. Hello? In early 2000, mid 2000. That's how things were. I do the biggest business offline, and the people I had in my network, 90% of them didn't have phones. But they built businesses. That was very hard. Then also built a simple website or landing page. Now you guys are even lucky. With Okada Wellness Solution, I think that we have what we call a duplicated website. Yes or yes? Yes. So everyone has a website on top. of the company's website, you have your personal website in Okada Wellness Solutions website. And this, people can land in there and you put all your information. And they can search you from there. And you need to use consistent branding. Consistent branding, you need to make sure you become visible. Post something that is positive so that people will always want to know what is happening. Now, we even have what we call the WhatsApp status. I know some of you, you know you have contacts in your phone where if you want a certain content, you look someone. Yes or yes? You know if you want a researcher, something funny, there is always where you know because that person posts that particular content. Then you also have a group, somebody who posts something motivational. And you always go there. So the question is, what do you post on your status? Where do you post? When you post it, are the responses always the laughing emojis or what? Hello? If the responses are always the laughing emojis, you know that you're either in the only industry, not in your business industry. You're there to excite people, make people laugh, but not the content that will attract people to you. And you can use it. Everyone is obsessed. The majority of people, they want to lose or share, they want to do kilograms. And we have Trinton. You post, there are a lot of pictures of before and after. Just put it before and after. People will ask you, what can I use? Hello? And even if you repeat it the same, people will always ask you tools that can help you. Of course, we have email marketing tools, MailChimp. Now, most of them are outdated. But right now, we know what we use basically. Even email is all because how many of us even open our emails? How many? Look, people who open emails, they are, and you ask them when did they open their emails? 15, 20 years ago. Content schedules, we shall look into this. Then creating the engaging content, education posts, solve problems. Now this is where you need to choose what do you post. What do you post? Before you post it, you need to ask yourself, what is my target here? What do I want to achieve at the end of what I'm going to post? What problem is it going to solve? What problem is it going to solve? So you need to have that one at the back of your mind. Then also personal stories. You need to know that personal stories builds what? Connection, like I say. People want to connect with you. People want to connect with you. People they usually ask me, so David, you need your travel over 80 countries around the whole world? I say, yes. And they usually ask me the question, what role does your father play in this government? Or is he an ambassador? Or what? I tell them, hey, my father is deep in the village. I don't have a rich uncle, I don't have a rich cousin, I don't even know somebody who is rich that has collected rich people anyway. I have tried everything and God has been on my side, and somehow, somewhere, I've never been denied a visa. What am always gone for what I want and I believe in myself. You understand?
Yeah.
So how can I believe in myself? Build up. Your mind is there, trying to chase away the negative thoughts. Always go on the positive thoughts. Believe that you can achieve anything. So, put in a personal story that you will identify with someone and they can connect with you. When you meet someone struggling, I shall tell them, I see them, a student or somebody, my age. I see them, I tell them, 15 years ago, I was frustrated, confused. Do you know that at a certain time within my life, I thought of baby? Hello? There is a time I was so down, and my mind was full of negatives and misery. And I thought that by going and telling people my problems, they would be also have something. I thought people would sympathize with me. Let me tell you the truth. People don't care. If you're going through hell, it's you going through it, they don't care. It's all about you to fight and you come out of that. You need to fight personally. Find the ways of how you can get out of that. There is a time I thought of baking. I had nutrition, I was stuck. There's a time I thought if I go on the street and enter shops and say, hey, I'm from a poor family, I cannot afford the school fees, would you give me something? There's a time I thought by doing that, people would say, I never tried it, but I almost did it. So, ladies and gentlemen, you need to make sure that when you say that story to someone, they'll be like, I know some of you here, there is a time when your mind convinced you that maybe become a paper. How many of you went through that time? You thought that by showing people misery, they will be attracted to you. Let me see you. I was the only man in this room. Then call to action, guide people to the next display. Now, after you've posted that good post, after posting that good post, or you told that story, what should you do next? You should guide people, make appointments, and you give them more details and tell them, hey, I used to do that, but guess what today? Things have changed. I'm very optimistic. I'm good in the $1 billion business. And today I can tell you the next 2 years, if you met me, you will not believe. That's not a lie. If the people who are despising you, you need to tell them, in the next 2 years, don't call me as you do. I will have the money and I know you will be broke. So don't call me if you are refused my opportunity. Oh, I'm telling you, Andrew, if your wife runs away from you because you don't perform in very well, don't come crying or going for counseling. This is the answer. Andrew is a what? I'll do the counseling for you. Yes. So make sure you put them to the end close, and at the end of the day, fix them somewhere where they will find or join you. Are we there? Yes. Lead generation strategies. Of course, we have free, but we have ebooks, checklists, webinars, Zooms. Now, most My motto, you add me in a group, I never exit. You understand? I never exit any group. Now, instead of going to look for people, somebody has helped you, they have added you in a group of 1,000 people. And you find some, I don't understand this group. You press exit. Are you stupid? Are you mad? We are here looking for people. You're playing when they want to meet people. And God, someone expect that you don't think you know. All of a sudden, they've added you in a group. You take 1,200 people. And immediately, what comes in your mind, you go and you go to the person who added you. Say, where did you add me in the group? You people, before you add somebody in the group, you should first explain to them why they wouldn't add you. You don't just add people in the group. And you press exit. And some people, you look at it and they say, whatever added me here should explain what is happening. Have you had such comments in the group? I hope this is not coming from a networker. That's an opportunity for a networker. They will add you in a group. Hey. Let me tell you, if you have your friends, they also have groups that have many people. Tell them, can we talk to the admin to add me? They never add you in your friend WhatsApp groups that you keep on imposing one by one. If I were you, you would laugh, because that is one of the greatest things that will get you. These are people are brought into your hands. They are brought into your hands on your phone. All the groups, I didn't see anyone in the group. Because I know anytime I will meet them. And do you know how I even get them? I look, usually once in a while I look at who is posting what. And I call them. I say, hey, I don't know what you do. I know you don't know me, but I love your content. If you can spend time, I don't know whether you stay in Kampala, but I would love to buy you a cup of tea. Just to appreciate you. A cup of tea is 10,000 jealous. And this person will come and have a cup of tea. Don't talk about business. So how are you? Who are you? I don't know. You take it casual, you just do a what? Report. Before you know, this person will become your friend, and when you post something about the kids, about the weight loss, this person will be the first person to say, hey, you have these things and you've never told me. Yes. I'm the sole supplier in Uganda. If you remember, you know that you're a sole supplier. You can't get these things in your own market. You can't get them in the pharmacies. They are only distributed by you. And me, so I'm a sole supplier. Where can I get them? You can go and get them from. Can I get them in the pharmacy? I can guarantee you can move into all the pharmacies, you will never get them. How have you been marketing? You say we have them and you're a group of people. We are in summarize them. Who tells you? Excuse me, this is the time to tell you I'm the sole supplier. I get them from the company. My company manufacture them from America. Does it make sense? Yes. From where? America. I'm the sole representative from America. Let them find out later that we are baby. Yeah? That you're. Are you together? Yes. And you can tell them, I can connect you by the way. You also become the zone supplier. And you get them on the lower. Use your head. Yeah, sure. Use your what? Your head. Run targeted ads. Targeted ads, for example, your status. You can just focus on weight loss and routine. You can focus on diabetes. You can focus on. See what you need to focus on. Don't be a jump of all trades. You want positive to see. Don't do that. If you're focusing on how you can help young people make money, focus on that. How you can increase your income. Focus on that. And that's what you should run maybe for 90 days. Are we together? Yes. Some of you can even call yourself ambassador of hope. I'm the ambassador of hope. The other time we were in Chicago, and I went to this hotel where we had the meeting. And I went to do the reception, and the guy at the reception was like, oh, I've seen you just, you're the one leading this group. Yes. So what do you do? And I tell them, I know for you, you are in the hospitality industry, but for me, I'm in the happiness industry. Happiness industry. So what do you do? I make you happy. And the man was like, how can you make me happy? I said, from the looks, I know you're making money, but you need more money. I said, yeah, in fact, I have kids. Some of them don't have jobs. And she was another day. And like, I need money. This is what they are going to give me. That's enough. How can the hospitality industry don't host you well? Me? I'm in the happiness industry. I make you happy. I came from Uganda to make people happy here. And she was like, I have a problem. This stomach I need to work it. I don't know why the stomach I need to ladies. All ladies don't want stomach. You feel suffocated? I don't know. Me, I love this. To me, this is marketing plan. This is compensation plan. But for ladies, they don't want to know. They want to have the waist laid like that was. It's a problem. Your waistline is the marketing plan. Now for me, if you have that waistline, I won't touch you. You know why? I manipulate you. I don't want to go into prison for breaking somebody's waist. So I need to make sure you have some flesh before I touch you. Now, at the end of the day, I immediately, you know what I did? I texted Farida on WhatsApp. I said, send me your content or whatever information you have about Trinidad. And within a second, she sent me pictures of before and after, different testimonies. I didn't even read through, I forwarded it to her immediately. And she was like, oh my God, you have this? And I have supplements in my car. I had them, I said, this is how it looks. And immediately, she ordered 5 of them. In a joking way. I'm in the happiness industry. I'm here to make you happy. I'm here to make you happy. I know we are all in network marketing, in multi-level marketing industry. Don't say that. Why do you need network marketing? You make people happy. You make people rich. You make people smile. Why can't you start in the smiling industry? You put a smile on people's faces. Do you understand? Run the targeted group. Then use referral and affiliate systems. Now, with the referrals here, you already have many people. You already have many people. And you already have people with testimonies. The other time I told you, every time we have a rally, don't sit down. Every time I see serious, the so-called serious networkers seated here, I'm like, these people, they don't know. This is the time to get the content, to have the service in an environment where everyone is excited. Do you know many people? They want to be in an environment where people are happy, but they don't know anywhere to go. Yes. The only place where people go to get hope is on the church or on Sunday for Christians. Yes or yes? Yes. That's why you see people, they put in place and worship, they dance, they be happy. That's the only place they get once a week. But here, everybody, that post when you like, when everyone is dancing, it can make you money. So everywhere, even when I'm meditating, even when I'm in the club, I go out dancing, I have a selfie. Yes. Yeah. Because many people don't even ever get an opportunity of going out. And that's when I said to somebody, they said, hey, what you call watch out. I tell them, come and show you how you can change well. And if I tell them, guess where I am dancing from? Guess where I am? Unfortunately, I don't dance here in Uganda. Stay consistent. Plan your content weekly. Make sure if you post, have the time you post. Organize the people, not when to post. Are we together? Do you know on WhatsApp, for some of you post on your status, I know most of you have experienced this one. There is a post you put in 1 hour, it has 100 views. And another post you put in 1 hour, it has 5 views. Have you experienced that? Yes. Yes. Use your head. There are particular times when everyone is on social media. And what is the time? If you post a post between 1 and 3, it will have more views. If you post another one between 7 and 8, 9, it will have at night, it will have more views. Why? Before everyone sleeps, they spend 1 hour on what? On the phone. So they will see. After they have eaten lunch, they are tired, they want to relax on what? On social media. You put on the post in the morning at 7, at 10, it will have 5 views. Because that's the time when people are busy, they are working, they are doing this, they are doing that. You know when you can pull posts. You can try this one, do your own experiment. If you post every Monday, plan your content weekly, know what you're going to post. And that's how people have built their online people following over that because they are very consistent and they plan what they are to post. Then show up even when it's quiet. People who post, they don't post when the sun shines. Even when it rains, Very consistent. Even when you're going through tough times, don't post this post of like, I know if this one will end. Then people will know. This one I think is going through tough times. If you're ready, and you all of a sudden you post, all men are the same. Guess what people will say? That was a hard play. That's what don't make posts that people will judge you personally.
Yeah.
Are we there?
Yes.
You go, it has rained, and you say, even if it's rain, I feel like going back and covering myself. What will that one say? People who have cars, they don't have that post. They will go anyway. That is the post that is given, posted by someone who wants to go. But it is raining outside heavily, and they have nowhere to pass. Are we clear? You see how a post can make people confront and bring different ideologies of what you have posted. So post something that can be always direct, and it turns people a certain direction. Show up even when it is quiet. Focus on value, not just sales. Value. What you post, the content matters a lot. Once you focus on the content, sales will automatically come and will overwhelm you. So see what you post. Go through it. If you have a partner, for some of you have partners, and you trust them, before you post something, you have someone who believes in you. Tell them, how is this post? Should I post it? What do you think of this? I will tell. How many of us have post something on social media and we put it back? Has it happened?
Yes.
And you, initially you're posting it and like you didn't know, you thought it was okay, but in the comments people they were like, oh yeah, what are you thinking? What are you thinking before you posted that? Not one, not two, but 10 different people, and you have no option other than put it back. So make sure whatever you focus on creating the value. Creating the what? The value. Remember, we are on your personal brand, on online places. Then, of course, share brief testimonies or screenshots. Let me tell you, the best story you can ever tell is what? Your story. You can have people's stories, people's screenshots, but let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, the best story will always be your own story. Because that is an original story. You can share with people and they see that you are actually sharing it from your heart, but not from your head. And whatever story you give, as long as it is original, don't put any lie, it will move someone. So make sure you share brief testimonials, smooth, brief stories. And most of you are here. I see you're putting on nice suits. You're smart. Do you know that if you brought your picture of 3 years ago and gave it to, just show me the person and say, this is how I used to look. And now you can see me. Do you know that people will believe in you more than telling somebody's story? Come on. know that? Yes. Any one of us have a picture of before and the present, you are there, they will see. And people will be like, you mean this was you? Yes! I had no hope, I was hopeless, but now look at me! Look at me. And you can ask them, how much do you think this street costs? Even if it is for 50,000, throw a question to them, how much do you think it costs? You're not yet mentioned the price. Tell them, look at my shoe. How much do you think it costs? And just throw those questions. And you can say, before I used to stay in Chibodi, and tell them, I don't want to tell you where I stay. But guess, where do you think I stay? Even if you're staying in Cambridge, in the slums, just throw it there. Yes! You are not going to tell them again where you stay. Tell them, yes! Where you stay. Do you understand? You're not right. But you tell them to do what? Yes. To guess. And you think they will guess negative or positive? Positive. You tell them, I used to be broke. And you can tell them, guess how much money I have on my account. And they say, 1 million, 2 million, 5 million, 10 million. If you have 10,000, they are not guessing right. You know, that's what we call the psychology of marketing. Highlight online breakthroughs. Highlight online breakthroughs. And that's why when I started, I asked you to mention, to stand up if you know you're contacted by someone online. And the majority of you, we are brought in here by a stranger. The person who contacted you was online. Even the person who changed my life in this industry where I made a lot of money was online. Was a stranger. And I remember there's a particular year, as between 2016 and 2017, where I made $4 million in 2 years. $4 million. I did everything I ever wanted to do. I kept on digging. You know how God created the universe in the book of Genesis? He said, let there be. And that's what I was like, let there be. Let there be. Let there be. Let there be. All that will work for you when you have your dreams outlined. If you don't have those dreams outlined, trust me, you're going to wake up with a lot of money and you will be showing off to everyone. And you'll be spending, dishing out money because you have no dream that you want to achieve. I kept on digging, and all the dreams I had got ticked without one of my private jets. So the best advice I can give you, there is no dream that is too big for you not to achieve. Today, maybe you want to drive the Range Rover. Just put it on the dream. URA will not tax you for putting it on. They will only tax you when you believe in the car. But for a dream, you're not taxable. They don't tax dreams. Hello? Put the Range Rover. Put the house where you want. Put the number of kids you want. When I tell you the number of kids, I want 15. I want 15. And my next house I'm building, it will have 16 bedrooms. 16 bedrooms. It will be like a hotel. And every kid will give them their key. They can sleep in their room when they want. Why am I dreaming big? And why am I working on the kids? Because I know it will happen, and I know every dream can come to a reality. It only becomes a disaster when you don't have what? A dream. That's when it becomes a disaster. Then I like online breakthroughs. All of you had the breakthroughs. Maybe you don't know them. Maybe you think it is so small. But look at you, if you're here because of online, that is the first miracle. Hello? That's the first miracle. And you can share. You can't imagine. The person who introduced me to this was a stranger. I didn't know them. But 2 years later, here I am. There are a lot of online breakthroughs. Then keep it relatable and inspiring. When you're sharing with this stranger, keep on. There shouldn't be a very big gap between you and them. Between you and them. Narrow the gap. This is what I usually say. When I meet someone online, I'm like, oh my God. I usually let them speak. As they are speaking, I'm like, oh my God, you're much better than me. When I started, I was bad enough. You're much better than me. And they usually feel like, oh yeah, at least you can recognize out. People don't want to be put down. Hello? People don't want to be put what? Down. One of the best things you can ever do to yourself when you're meeting with someone is let them speak. Don't compete with them. They are speaking, they are rejecting, they are speaking, everybody is aware. You're doing your presentation, they are saying this, they ask a question about this, then they say, by the way, from what to this one? When they are still talking, learn to shut up and let the other person speak. Are we together? Yes. You need to be a good listener. When they finish, keep on, and when they are speaking, keep on looking straight on their eyes. Don't look aside. Keep the eye contact. As we end, success in network marketing is not about selling, it's about serving. Online, you reach to serve. Your reach to serve is limitless. Your reach to serve is what? Limitless. Here you have unlimited market. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have unlimited market here. You have unlimited market. Where is Hassan? Is Hassan around? I wanted my friend to show us some stocks, but maybe we shall do it some other time. How many of you say we should do it now? No. But Hassan is not around.
They call him.
They call him. Where is Hassan? You call him to come. You can assist? Yes. You enter there.